1989 coin values. We're going over quarters, nickels, pennies, and dimes worth money in this video. We'll go over 3 steps. Step 1 will show you examples of what to look for to determine if your 1989 coin is rare or not. Step 2 will help you identify the value of your 1989 coin so you understand their worth in today's market. And step 3 will show you how to get expert help and sell or evaluate your collection for the most money possible if that's what you're looking to do. Let's go ahead and hop into this video. Up first, we have a 1989 D 1 cent coin graded by PCGS at a mint state 68 red. So what do you want to look for on this coin? Why did it sell for so much money? First of all, look at the D mint mark below the date. That's for the Denver Mint where this coin was produced. Next, you're going to want to weigh your coin. This coin weighs 2.5 grams. If your coin weighs a lot more or a lot less, you could have a rare coin. Also, the metal composition of this coin is 99.2% zinc, 0.8% copper. That means that this coin was wrapped in a copper plate, which makes it look like this. Now, if it was missing the copper plate, it would pretty much just look silver because zinc is a lot cheaper than copper. So keep this in mind. 70 is the highest grade. This one got only 2 points away from that perfect grade of 70. That's why someone was able to turn a penny coin into 79 bucks. Now, this is a genuine 50-cent piece from the United States. If you have a 1989 D Eisenhower dollar like this one, it could be worth good money because $99 for this 50-cent piece. Now, if you think you have one of the coins in this video, stay tuned because we're going to go over a few more coins. But the first thing we recommend is picking up our free coin and currency ebook down below. We have updated it recently, so pick that up because it's going to go over the fundamentals, coin handling, coin grading, and a bunch of other really important information before you bring your coin to a coin shop. What we would recommend is going to at least 3 different coin experts and seeing what they say about your coin. Please be respectful. These guys get a lot of questions every single day where people think they hit the mother load. The reality is, don't put your expectations too high because a lot of the time your coin is not going to be worth a ton of money. But what you want to avoid is that if you come across a very rare coin, the last thing that you want to do is accidentally spend it or bring it to a pawn shop and get ripped off, because pawn shop owners, I'm not speaking to every single pawn shop owner because I'm sure there's some good ones out there, but the majority of them, they have a broad scope of knowledge about a lot of different items and they're looking to just get a lot of rips. And by rip, I mean they just pay someone $5 for something and sell it for $1,000. That's how the majority of them kind of are. But another big issue with pawn shops and why you should never bring any collectible item to them is because they're not going to have that super deep knowledge about coins or currency. We've been told so many stories. There was a lady that contacted us asking about some of her coins, and she said that a pawn shop owner offered her $50 when in reality the coin was easily worth over $1,000 in its condition. And she was about to go to the pawn shop and sell the coin off, but we advised her not to do that, and she ended up getting around $850 for that coin. So we ended up helping her get a lot more money than her coin would have sold for at a pawn shop. Long story short, guys, listen to your instinct, do your own homework and research, make sure you're maximizing the value of your coins because you do not want to end up like a person that sells their coin off for too little bit of money. And look, it happens to all of us. If it has happened to you or it does happen to you, all you can do is take a big learning lesson from that and do better in the future because you don't want that to keep happening to you. Just learn from it, be positive, and let's go to the next coin here. Now here is a Roosevelt dime that sold for 228 bucks. It's a 1989 D 10-cent Roosevelt dime. The weight of this coin is 2.27 grams. Make sure to weigh your coin. The metal composition is 75% copper, 25% nickel. On this coin, you're going to want to look above the date to see the D mint mark and then flip it over and look at the back torch in the center there. You're going to have these horizontal bands that are called full bands on this specific coin. So on mint state coins that are uncirculated in very good condition like this, you want to be looking at that torch on the back to see if you have these full bands. Do realize that if your coin is not mint state, then the full bands don't really matter, so don't spend the time there. But if you have a high graded coin and it looks like this, the full bands are the highest point in the coin, they're the hardest to strike, and they get worn down the quickest during circulation. So collectors will pay more money for a full band coin. That's why when you look at the label really quick, it says MS standing for mint state, 68 which is the grade, FB which is the full bands on the back. That's why this coin sold for 228 bucks. $1,140 for this 1989 P 5-cent Jefferson nickel. Keep in mind this example has a P mint mark around the date there. If your coin has no mint mark whatsoever, there's a high probability that your coin is struck at the Philadelphia Mint, just like this coin. This coin weighs 5 grams even. So if your coin weighs a lot more or a lot less than this coin, you could have a coin worth a ton of money. This example is 75% copper, 25% nickel, and it has the 5 full steps on the back. So look above Monticello there on the back, zoom in, and you're going to see these steps on the back. Now they can have 5 steps or 6 steps depending on how the coin was minted. Very similar to the full bands on the back. This is the highest point on the coin. It gets worn down the quickest and it's the hardest chance to strike during the minting process, so people will pay a premium if your coin has the full steps on the back, only if it's a mint state condition coin. Again, a lot of money for a 5-cent nickel. This one sold for $1,140. This coin sold for $1,440. It's a 1989 P Washington quarter. That P mint mark stands for the Philadelphia Mint. This coin has a metal composition of 75% copper and 25% nickel. Now make sure if you have this coin, you weigh it and see how much your coin weighs. If it weighs around 5.67 grams, then that's okay. If it weighs a lot more or a lot less, then you can have something really rare. This example, because it graded so highly by PCGS at a mint state 67, it sold for $1,440. $4,080 for this 1-cent coin. Struck 35% off center on a 1989 P dime graded by NGC at a mint state 64. So whenever we see something like this, first of all, we let you know that this is something that cannot be replicated in your garage or in your backyard. You simply cannot replicate this, so don't even try. Another thing, if you're buying or selling a coin like this, you want to make sure it's certified, because that's going to dramatically increase the value. There's a lot of people out there that unfortunately from time to time they get scammed or ripped off when it comes to buying or selling coins online. Having the coin in the holder gives the buyer and seller a lot of protection, because a company like NGC or PCGS has a full money back guarantee that if they accidentally grade a fake coin or a fake error, they're going to fully back their guarantee and they're going to give you money back for it. So that's why grading companies are so important for the collector when it comes to coins like this. Now, whenever we see a coin like this, we think that a mint employee is more than likely doing this back in the day. Whether that's true or not, that's impossible for us to know. However, just imagine if there's a mint employee, one day they get really bored and they start throwing some dimes into a cent machine and they start making a lot of these errors. Then they go home with a big handful of these and they show their family and say, oh, look what I did today. You know, over 30 years later, they get them graded and realize, oh my gosh, these coins are selling for over $4,000 each, and they've got handfuls of them at home. It's really impossible to say. Who knows all of the things that happen during the minting process that are out of the normal like that. It's just really hard for me to believe that this happened naturally and on accident. This looks like it's very intentional and likely happened by a mint employee, but at the end of the day, it's hard to really tell, or even impossible to know. Once again, guys, $4,080. Make sure that if you have a coin like this, you get it looked at, do your due diligence, be safe out there, guys. If you like the video, hit the like button and we'll see you in the next one.